She's fleecing, mate, she's fleecing. It's Singapore, isn't it? It's our flight from yesterday, isn't it? Get a load of Sydney in the background. Look at that. Here we go. Here it comes. There it is. Nailed it. Aussie Dave. First person I see as a new member on the Aussie shows is a fella called Aussie Dave. How about that? G'day, mate. Have you been over there yet, mate?
No, it's down at Shepsman and then on the beach as well.
Yeah. Yeah, great shots, man.
Yeah, there were some great views.
Yeah. Is it? Okay, let me check the, check the... Okay, I need to move these sticks a little bit, stand by. Yeah, but my... Big fella Dave now. We've had Aussie Dave, now we've got big fella Dave. Got a big ad campaign running for Virgin Australia at the moment. Let's just do a little PTC, shall we, before this next one comes in. There's nothing like doing a PTC on a garage roof, is there? Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to quickly move this mic over. Aussie Dave, did you see that, Jilly? Aussie Dave and big fella Dave. Members. I love the Aussies, man. I love the Aussies. If there was any place in the world, I've got to be honest, and I apologise to anybody else living anywhere around the world. I mean, Japan's a great place, and it's such an amazing place to play. It's an amazing place to be. But Australia is just, it's got a bit of mix of America in it in terms of the big trucks, earth movers, and some of the vehicles that they use. But it's just the accent and all that, and it's just great, isn't it? Right, folks, how you doing? G'day, welcome, Big Jet TV. We're in Sydney, and I'm going to get on with it, and we'll talk and talk and talk, and like we normally do. Okay, I've switched that mic out. These are great shots, mate. Just got to make sure that I take what is a galah? So we are runway. I can knock that down a little bit, Jilly, if I have to. Runway 6 left and right, folks. The other runway is way off in the distance there, and we will investigate all these different areas around the airfield, looking southeast at the moment. This is interesting. A Singapore jet's coming over this way. Judith Johnson's gifted a membership. Thanks, mate. CPR. Phew, I'm glad I got gifted and I can watch all the Sydney shows for as long as possible. Yeah, of course. Coming up to 9 p.m. in the United Kingdom. It's 7:58 here in Sydney. Of course, a number of different time zones in Australia. It's a massive country, isn't it? Yes, nice temperature here at the moment. Hayden Campbell, slow it right down. Mel Lascelles, tracked on flight radar. You guys got us to number 1 going out of Heathrow, which was pretty cool. Qantas jet arriving soon from Brisbane. Hamid Khan saying Kirsty Rushbrook. Kirsty is a very welcome returning member. Welcome back, Kirsty. Of course, got Dash 8s here as well, folks. 717s. Big maintenance. He's going to go left. He's going to go left any second now. Hearn Hunter has gifted a membership. There he goes. Soti UK, thank you. Karen Cook has gifted a membership. Thanks, Karen. Kelvin Grant tracked both your jets all the way from the UK to Singapore. Both your jets, interesting. Good flight over. Got to be honest with you, Singapore Airlines, they really do look after you. And one little thing, which is a little bit of a sort of like one of those things that's like, oh, well, we don't really need to know that. But, you know, every 40 minutes or so, see that guy there, he's heading down a runway 16 left. So he'll make a left, that Air New Zealand Neo. And you can see how far away 16 left is. There's a beach position on an outcrop. We'll head down there a little bit later on. Look at this little Sabler. Rex Airlines, it's brilliant. Got 737s. Nice. Tim Bell. Well, good luck. Tickle me grandmother. Air Action 2257, thank you, gifting a membership. Welcome everybody. Hope you're doing well. And thank you, Australia. So far you've been gracious, and great airport here in Sydney. Steve Owen, great vantage point. And again, you know, got to say, the Australian authorities, the security teams, this position I'm at the moment, which is right next to the Regis Hotel, which is where we're staying at. And the Regis Hotel, I've got to say, Regis Hotel. Regis, are you sure? It's coming in here, isn't he? Both engines spinning. Nice. Jet Junkie Spotter has upgraded to first class. Sam Brown, thank you. Gifted a membership. Let's going to get the shutdown on these engines. Oh, I feel better now I'm streaming, Chilly. I feel at home. I feel at one now. Finally. Honestly, I was... Yeah, sorry, Scott. Sorry, Scott. Yeah, every 40 minutes we're left hanging. Yeah, every 40 minutes the cabin crew would come through, and initially it was like, oh, blimey, they're helping themselves going in the loo a lot, aren't they? Have they got weak bladders or something? But no, they had their little bag with their air freshener and everything. Were going in the toilets. I've got to be honest. I think that may be something to do with the fact that the it was slightly old aircraft, and because you're talking about an A380, aren't you? Talking about lots of people going to the toilet. But I was really impressed that they kept going in there. Oh, easy, son, easy. Sam standing up here. I've got to say a big shout out to Sam, who stood next to me. Young lad over from New York. I had to run back to the room to. He flew in on United, but I don't know if that's. There was an issue. Was it a hydraulic issue or something with one of the United jets? But bit like Boston, folks. We've got the old. Rattaks. Is it a Rattak, Jelly? The Star Wars Rattak? Attack, sorry. They call them the Camel over here, don't they? I think BBLLB, I flew Saab 340s for American Eagle before they were retired, and then Rex bought many of them. Wow. They put fuel bladders in them and then got them down to Australia. Wow. How cool is that? Fuel bladders where? Was that in the cabin? Because I have heard of fuel tanks or bladders, as you call them, being sort of like fitted out temporarily in the cabin. Obviously not all slushing around like a big plastic bag, but obviously these bladders are really reinforced. So he's going into 16 left. And a big shout out and good morning to Kurt and Tim and the fellas from SYD Squad. Graham, who we will probably meet a little bit later on, because where this guy's just about to fly past is the very famous Sheps Mound, which Kurt gave me the, well, he's not past as in on the left of him, but at his long range 16 left. There are some good positions down there on the beach, folks, and we're going to look into getting down there. But obviously, we do look at some possible road trips and stuff like that. Let's just have a little look here. Who we got here? Tiger 74. Welcome, Tiger 74. Brand new member on Big Jet TV. Welcome to first class. Piero Davies back. What's going on there? Now, what is that all about? Got anything on it? It's got a flag on it. Is that the Malaysian flag? Hold on. Yes, it is. Wow, I actually got a flag right for once. But it's a Max. Hold on a minute. Okay, so it's Lion Group. Okay, I gotcha. It's just unmarked. I don't know if that's a leased aircraft or what. Oh, look at this, look at this. Oh, that's a treat, that is, folks. Catch them while you can before the 220s. These are phased out for the A220s, not operating out of Sydney. I think Kurt was saying that they're nice set of bucket reversers. I think they're Rolls-Royce engines on those 717s, if I'm right. Probably wrong. Wow, God. Toilet talk. Captain Manny flew Dash 8s as well. Awesome. So is he going out that Lion Air jet, or is he going? I think he's just come in and possibly heading over to the satellite. Well, not the satellite terminal, but the. Wait till that sun gets a little bit higher in the sky, folks, and I can give you a good view of the domestic terminals. From what I gather, it's Virgin Australia that are that sort of like are on that finger over there, and then you've got Jetstar also operating the Dreamliners, and then Qantas. There's a Qantas domestic terminal over there. You see them coming out of there down there. Don't get it confused though, folks, because we'll have a look for it in a minute, mate. We'll have a look for it in a minute. Everybody happy with the audio, GP? Everything good on the audio thing, on the audio front? Yeah. Morning. We stream from a land down under. That song's been in me bleeding head literally since I got it. Actually, it's really, to be honest with you, it's since Kurt picked us up yesterday and blasted it out on his stereo. So we've got somebody here on my right who's Avro Arrow, what's next, Jerry? Accuracy with geography? No chance, mate. No chance. Operating under Baltic or Batic Air, it's saying, Phil Sky. That 737 MAX 8, Evelyn MD 717. Louise Leonard, a member with Sid Squad, as so many people are. We got them to 1,000, didn't we? Or at least we played a big part in getting them up to 100,000 subscribers. Sorry about that. Well, we nearly got them 1,000. Yeah. Batik Air Malaysia JS 626. That 737 Max. Okay, here we go. See if we can get some footage out. See, he's just parked up down there, isn't he? That was the one that was that made its own way to remote stand under power. Crazy. Harry, Sydney Opera House. Well, we'll have a try and get a little bit closer. Oh, say it back, Dad. What's that, GP? Paul Bowden has gifted a membership. Thank you, Paul. And Christian Anderson. He's Hans Christian Anderson. Is a brand new member. Welcome, Christian. So where's this triple in from, GP? Nailed that one. Oh, there we go. Steve Hinch, cool, I've got 2 things right in the space of an hour. Can you believe it? Rolls-Royce RB 700 engines on the 717. And I think those are more or less the same type of variant that they're refitting on the B-52s. Senseless dusts, trains and planes, telling us that there is a Singapore 380 arriving, another one in 3 hours. Thank you. Kitty Cat chats. Chat supersonic tonight, can't keep up. Yes, it is pretty fast, sorry about that. Sound is good, everybody's saying thanks. Big Al is a new member. We've got, that's 2 Big Als we've got on Big Jet TV. G'day Big Al. Mrs H Chunderbus, you will have Air New Zealand 777 NZ103 coming in about 10:30 this morning. We had, of course, there's a Jetstar 320 going out. Of course, we had the All Blacks in yesterday, and hoping that she's going to be back in again. So that's a 330 touching down on 16 left. Wow, chat is too fast for me, GP. Atlanta Brody saying Atlanta is his favourite. Super Ted, looking forward to this all day. Yeah, of course, all you folks, thank you for your patience, United Kingdom. We are in the future. On the road, 98. G'day. Ben Thompson, g'day. Flight Radar 24. Flight Radar 24 in the house, GP. Oh, okay. Sorry. Mr. Wu is a returning member. Chriso at Flight Radar is on chat. Crazy Changi Airport has got the grooves. He's got the groove. They got their groove on at Changi with the runway groove. And it is one of those things that as you build up speed, especially when you're sitting over the main undercarriage on a 380, it's you really do hear that sequencing of the gears being retracted, and then you wait for the back gear and then the doors to slam shut, literally. But what you do get is that high pitched. It starts on as a low pitch whine and then it just gets higher and higher and higher. And then you take off, then you leave the ground and then it just stops dead. There is a private terminal, and it's right over round the back side there. But literally from that's your north over there, folks. That's your north, literally where we're looking there. It's quite a substantial airfield. And then remote stands, just purely because of the lack of gates. I think they have to park a lot of jets out on remote, and bus a lot of the passengers in. As we sweep around, you'll see that Atlas Air 747 that came in yesterday. Fantastic big maintenance section over there on the sort of like eastern side of the airfield, northeastern. And like I say, what is great is that maintenance. It's not a shed. It's just a covered stand where they can obviously work on aircraft, but poke their noses in literally, and probably put 2 or 3 of him in there. Kurt telling me that that's where the 747s used to be. Let's get this jump. Beautiful 777 there. Mr. Wu. Who's this? Lolroy is a brand new member. Welcome, Lolroy. And Captain Kirk, Ireland. I will give you 1 Big Jet TV membership. Anderson J missed yesterday's stream. Well, you didn't miss one, Anderson, because we didn't stream yesterday. So you're up to date with the streams. Mrs H loved that All Blacks livery on the 777. Where's she at today, GP? Are you able to put her reg in or anything like that? And thank you. Is this Yam Yam, GP? No, Air India. Is this Yam Yam? No, completely different, mate. Not going to do it. I'll just get me hat and coat and everything else. Yeah, just see what her what ops she's on. Wow, slap that one down. Nice. So I'm guessing. I'll tell you what that is over there, long range, that we saw, that 330 that just came in, folks. That's the Post, the Qantas Post. Oh no, it's Qantas Freight, sorry. Well, it's a dedicated 330 platform for freight. They've also got a Qantas Post one, but they've also got, as Kurt was telling me yesterday, a 767 freighter still operational. And I did actually say to him, I wonder if, because I know that Qantas converted quite a few of their old 767s into freighters, their old passenger 767s. Okay, All Blacks 777 update, folks. It's in tomorrow. Stephen Billings, another Saab 340 going out, I think, after this Dash 8 that's lining up. Funky. Look at this, folks. Get your fix of Dash 8s here in Sydney. Joe Croydon, I'm guessing that is a joke, in it. Where would that thin air have come from? Oh, here it is, look. Here's that lovely jet, GP, look. Great livery, this. Oh, Terry Slater, it's on lease to Qantas. Actually, Kurt did say that yesterday, didn't he? That it's a lease jet. Okay, so Finnair. My apologies, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right, he said, didn't he? He said it's doing a route from Sydney to somewhere and back daily or something. Yeah, somewhere to somewhere. Peter Blummer has gifted a membership. Thank you, Peter. And Amy has gifted a membership as well. Look at that lovely 737. Dash 8 on approach to 16 right. Wow. Steve Owen, thanks Steve, gifting a membership. what's the... So there's a big bank of trees, as you can see there, which obscure some of the views down at Sheps Mound, but I don't know if we can we probably we'll be able to see Sheps Mound down there. There it is there. This is a great looking jet, this one. Oh, look at that. Sydney to Singapore, there we go, thank you. Who said that? Is this Asiana, is it? 16 Right Media. Yes, that's Graham. That's Graham, isn't it? 16 Right Media. Yes. Thank you, my friend. Yes. Lovely, lovely gentleman. Is so lucky, mate. Spends his retirement just. He's got a great website. 16rightmedia.com is his website. Gives you a lot of information about Sydney Airport, folks. 16 and the word right.com, I think. No, .au, innit? Is it .com? Sorry. Dillis W has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Dillis. Very kind of you. It's quite a short runway. That far runway. Little Saab 340. Singapore freighter in yesterday. Indeed it was, parked right here. Do we have the same operation today? I'm not sure. Adam, welcome to first class, Adam. And is that Amy gifting another membership, or is it just me massively behind on the comments? I don't know. Love the props, Aidan Campbell. Simon Lai, good day to you. Queensland and Northern. Oh, sorry, losing a lot of comments. Chat comments, my apologies. Joshy Yoshi, yeah, you know, you just get on with it really. The flight is what it is. You just deal with it. I've got to say, Changi Airport is pretty amazing. The butterfly, the little butterfly. I'll say little, I mean it's pretty massive. I do like that. Gordon Freeman saw that one last night. Arrow, Jenny Sadler, Chipaz 1990, 14 hours the American 777 was in the air. Wow, that 777-3 that we caught coming in, thank you. What today? James Ferguson, Queensland and Northern Territories Air Service.
Phil Sky here.
Hello, mate.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you.
I bought you some
Oh, mate, thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Phil Sky. He's a known name, isn't he? Up on the roof. Has he? From where? Wendy Cutler's favourite Qantas livery. That's 737, I think. Blair, I think we've got that Asiana 350 landing on left. Oh, is it 6 left? Is it not 16 left? Simon Lai, thank you. Tony Rivers. Chat finally settling after the excitement. Yeah, it was literally a crazy moment. Well, crazy 5 minutes really, more than anything else, wasn't it? So we've got a couple of Big Jet TV. Wave at us! To Phil. Rob Cooper is a returning member. Welcome back, Rob. They definitely haven't got a Kango down on that 380. So yeah, we will head down to Sheps Mound a little bit later on. What was his name? The fella that he was an engineer or worked at the airport. He was very well known. This guy Shep. I think it was his surname or something like that. But anyway, Bruce Shepherd. That's it. Yeah, and actually, Kurt was involved with the airport. Contacted them. Can you believe that? You know, other airports take note. They contacted some enthusiasts. Of course, it does help that Kurt works at the airport and Tim does as well. But the airport contacted them for advice and said, look, we've got this area, because Sheps Mound originally was just a hill, we're led to believe, but the airport has developed it for the plane spotters, the locals and visiting plane spotters. And it was named Sheps Mound, and it was actually Kurt who was involved with giving it that name, because he was mates with John, who unfortunately passed away quite a few years ago now. Bruce. I should know that. It's a proper Aussie name, isn't it? Yeah, the most Aussie name ever. Les Donaldson, that's some escape chute on the tower. Yeah, I think they've got mats at the top, and at the end of the day, the working day, they all slide down it. Big old helter-skelter. Apparently the lift was out, the elevator was out a while ago, and they all had to climb up it every time, and down it every time they wanted to. I love the darkened red, the cherry red of that Qantas tail. Quinn P. It's gifted a membership. Thanks, Quinn. Scropey, Queensland and Northern Territory Air Service. I think these all, we've already mentioned that. Is that the with the Michelson, Anderson, RD UK airline photo. Changi is unbelievable. Well, we only saw a bit of Changi, didn't we? But what we did see was pretty amazing. That butterfly conservation area, and can you believe it, folks? There was a it said hospital, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to look at that. Is that where the butterflies go that are ill or something like that? I don't really want to watch that. And it was a bit stupid, wasn't it? But can you? Yeah, it said emergency on it and all that, didn't it? And I was like, oh, but it wasn't. Can you believe that it's where they the pupae, I think they call it pupae, isn't it? The butterfly pupae actually hatches there. Paulina Irina going to Cairns, that 7:37, I think. Blimey, it's so fast. Bob Newhouse has gifted 5 memberships. Thanks, Bob. Ben Holder is a returning member. Welcome back, Ben. Rob Cooper, good day. Simon Lai, see for you fly all that one way to Sydney and you're still 3 hours away from home. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. So he's obviously in Oz. Wow, what's that? Starting something up down there, aren't they? That's maybe a earth mover or something like that, I don't know, but don't think that's airport related, hopefully not. Matt Hyatt, good day to you. Rex Saab 340 departing to Orange. Pan Am tuning in from Birmingham, UK, Sydney. Nick Gray, mind bending change. It is, isn't it? Glenn's Aviation Love. Sandy Humby, Aidan Campbell, not Asian Campbell, sorry, Aidan Campbell. Virgin Australia 737 from Brisbane in 28 minutes. Busy. Well, I say little. Apparently this is one of Qantas's main Peter Room. G'day, Peter. CPR remembers when Virgin used to have 777s. Yeah, I remember that. Well, the first one I ever saw was when we were at in LAX, and they were operating the 777s still. I think that might have been towards the end of their using of the 777s, because they were all parked up and they weren't operating. Peter Hibbard upgraded to first class. Trouble is, Jilly, that what I need to do here is go to chat filter, go to all messages, yeah, and then it shouldn't. Okay. Paulina, Irina, what are the planes called with two propellers? Well, these particular ones are the Q400, the Dash 8, but there are a couple of shorter variants. There's one pushing back now, firing his engines up. Hannah Pietila has gifted a membership. Thank you, Hannah. That's the what's that, GP? Thank you, Amy. Oh, is that Amy behind me, is it? Just spotted Rachel Vanzella. Oh, thank you. Good morning. Thank you. Okay, it's another coffee. I'm inundated with drink and coffees and stuff now. It's great though. It's great, mate. Thank you. They've got another Big Jet TV member just rocked up. Where's she gone? Oh, here she is. Here, she's behind me. Oh, Kristen, thank you, gifting 10 memberships. Virgin Australia. It's another one with those sort of like engine cowls that are a bit SAS-y, aren't they? With that single stripe just aft of the nacelle. Local in from Melbourne, I think. That is. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Erin, gifting a membership. Thank you, Amy. There we go. Thank you, Amy. Rachel Vanzella just spotted an Atlas Air 747 over behind the Qantas hangars. Yes, Rachel, you're absolutely right. And there she is. She came in yesterday. So whether it's quite an interesting one, isn't it, to see an aircraft that's a big freighter like that come in and spend time on a remote stand. Well, I say remote stand in the maintenance area, because obviously Atlas Air would want that thing to be operational. So whether she has actually, I'm not sure if there's any locals who can sort of like let me know about that, and in terms of like whether it's a regular thing or whether she was maybe due. I think she's due to go out today, isn't it? Professor, so excited to see you in Australia. Hello from Eastern Tennessee. Good day to you, Professor. Denise Canning. Gloria Garrison. Well, it was actually more me keeping Jilly on her toes yesterday, wasn't it? Jilly was flagging, man, I'm telling you. Jilly was properly flagging, man. It was so funny. So we're just going to quickly go down. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, it was hardcore, man, I'm telling you. John Bolland, Ansett Airways. Do they still exist? Ansett. I'm not sure. Alliance Fokker 100. Yes, Fokker 100 is passing overhead at 34,000 feet, Brisbane to Canberra. Well, I mean, if we can get some cruisers later on in the day, that might work. Steph, Blue Mountains. Yeah, lots of people turning up at Sydney with skis and snowboards. So I'm guessing that the mountainous regions have got some good deep snow on them. And of course, the nothing to declare crew were there at Sydney. But we passed through with no issues at all. We were straight through, nearly straight through, just because we accidentally said yes on one answer and then scrubbed it up and put no on it. Oh, nice! Here we go. Look, this is that. This is nice. Look at this. Vietjet. With the word jet in it is always a good one for me. Brad. Dash 8s. yeah, of course. Oh, that is Amy. That is Amy who brought. That's Amy. That is Amy, innit? Who brought me the coffee. Okay. James Wortell. Mank Red. Dan. When is the new airport at Sydney? Blimey! Morgan Samuel, great to see planes that you wouldn't normally see back at Heathrow, that's for sure. Of course, the last time we saw one of these at Heathrow was Flybe, of course. Oh, so it's Odette, isn't it? It's Odette. Oh, okay. 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 Yes. Nick Gray, the milk run. What was that? He's got a bit of speed tape on his nose, look, I think. No, he hasn't. It's just a 777 Lenny loves Asiana's 350. They were on 3-4 operations yesterday. Russ ET, nice to see small Air New Zealands. Yeah. Of course, the great thing is that, you know, we're on the 12th floor, the top floor really, of the parking lot. Right behind Regis. local authorities obviously being very generous to the locals, allowing them to come up here and take photographs, just stand and watch, bring the kids up. Got full safety barriers up here, which is really good as well. Laugh It Up Fuzzball, hopefully see the Air New Zealand 350. Oh, Ansett finished shortly after 9/11, Blue Dog saying. Claire saying, yeah, no, Ansett went bust. It's a shame, isn't it? Ansett, Tony Rivers, Ansett were one of the first to buy the BAE 146. Big Al. She's all right, Big Al. Big old carbon blades on these things. Oh, Stephen Banks, no skiing in Australia yet. So what were they carrying in those big long bags then? They weren't very long golf clubs, were they? Hey, I tell you what, maybe they were, I don't know. I'm sure they were skis of some sort, weren't they? That's nice. What's that all about? What's that all about? Graham Leach is upgraded to first class. Nice one, Graham. And Kristen again. There we go. With the 10 memberships. Thank you, Kristen. Surfboards. No, they weren't surfboards. They were too short for surfboards. They were definitely not surfboards. Blair, retro livery. Lots of people saying surfboards, but they definitely weren't surfboards. They were too short for, so they were definitely skis or snowboards, one of the two. Everyone's saying surfboards, but they weren't. Trust me, man. I know a surfboard. Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe they've been skiing. There we go. Yeah. Rex. Yeah, that's right, Gilly. Actually, Gilly correcting everything there and making sense of it all. That obviously they had been skiing because they were all in one group together, more or less, weren't they? Brian Stewart, that was a retro livery. So we'll wait for her to taxi down here. There's a beautiful, if you remember on the show the other week on Friday, we had the 747. I had that model 747, the plastic one of the retro, well, I say retro, it was actually of the current Qantas livery from that era. Miss Tigger 1965, don't worry about that, I will show that retro, but she's long range all the way down on the left runway. Wow, it's almost like Aer Lingus, doesn't it? Russell, Spider Runway. Oh, water skiing. No, but it was my fault, Julie, for starting the whole thing about going skiing here. Sandy Humby, Japan possibly going to Japan or coming from Japan. I don't know, whatever. We spend the whole day talking about skis and surfboards and stuff like that. Abraham, I have 3 runways here by the looks of it, and they the sort of like north-south runway, isn't it? I think is an intersecting runway, which they operate sometimes in tricky wind conditions, I believe, when there are some serious crosswind activity. LATAM 787-9 Dreamliner from Auckland, 31 minutes. Thank you, Aidan. Robbie, our ski season doesn't start until August. There we go. Thanks. Evelyn MD, Michael K, Alex, Maximovic is a returning member. Welcome back, Alex. Oh, there we go. David Heath. Flights to Japan have boomed in recent years, mainly due to ski season. There we go. Is that the last we're going to talk about it? Catherine Kish. It was the local didgeridoo society. Kathy and the birds, thank you. China 787, China Southern 787, 17 minutes out, Mirrors saying. Now, is he heading over to the, these must be very high density routes, some of the, oh no, he's coming in here. Blair, old Qantas font, yes, look at that. That is an old Qantas. In fact, it's an old Qantas livery, isn't it? Look. Oh, mate, that's one that's due for swap out at some point, isn't it? Wow, look at how different the Qantas livery is. The font is. It's gone bold, isn't it? It's proper bold, man. Look at that. Away with Annie. Full-size didgeridoo. Raptor X Jetstar 320 from Brisbane, 06 left. So it's not 16 then. It's now I can see that retro is, yeah, she's looking good, mate. That's proper old school, that is, mate. Time I've heard about a new airport, New Sydney Airport or something like that. So, how long's that? Perth Mark II. Am I so far behind on the comments that Perth Mark II mentioning about the Qantas Retrojet about to touch down on 6 left? Lucy Green, welcome to first class, Lucy. Brand new member. Trying to be bold does stand out, doesn't it? In fact, Michael Singh, Qantas 330 has to park in the cargo bay. That's crazy, isn't it? You can see why. Wow, that's a lovely looking airliner, isn't it? Meredith Jane Joey's everywhere. Vinnie Jones, we do like a bit of old. Isn't that lovely, man? Mark Powell reminds me of the 70s. Yeah, it is around about that era, isn't it? Cheap line. Oh, it is 16, Junkie Jet Spotter. So I was right, not 6. It is 1, 6 and 3, 4 is the runway operations. Maurice Bruns Western Sydney Airport will open in a few years and won't have a curfew. Nick Carnival Videos, one beautiful video. Play. It is beautiful, isn't it? Harley One loving the retro livery. She's beautiful, isn't she, man? Won't be long before she's turned around and headed out again, I would imagine. Dash 8 on finals. Stephen Billings 2350s due around 9:20 and 9:30. Oh, that's hilarious. Chris Clark. Someone took a didgeridoo to the railway station in South London a few years back. It caused a security alert. Someone reported it as a rocket launcher. A very knobbly rocket launcher. Jason Vine. I wonder how old that plane is. Well, Jason, it's not really. She's probably about, I don't know, 10 years old, maybe, something like that. I'm just guessing. So this is the much shorter version, isn't it? Stubby, sort of like, you know. Dash 8, whereas long range, you can see that one taxi in there. What's that? Spiders. Well, if I see one, I will definitely show it. Rich B, welcome back, Rich. Good to see you, mate. Oran has gifted a membership. Thanks, Oran. Oh yeah, they're having a bus, haven't they? Look. Very happy with that. Lucy Green, Raymond Southern, yeah, she's a popular one. Philip Lowry, I thought that was a 707. Well, you're right, Philip, with the front end. It's the front end of a 707. Beautiful, isn't it? Away with Annie. I was living in Sydney, Chipping Norton, and they said they were building the new airport at Badgerys Creek. They'd be improving the rail network out to prior to this. GN Man. GN Man, they were called Cabana in the UK. Algernon Sour Gravy. There's your Jetstar Dreamliner. LFCE, and that livery was probably current when the 737 was launched. Okay. Simon Lai, brilliant. Oh, Rusty T used to have silver polished. Early birdie, good night. Now we should get some vortex off this bird, I think. Dutch Taurus. Oh, Gary Pitt, 1959, around about the 1960s era for that retro livery. And I bet it did look good on 1960s. That would be, yeah, 707s, DC-8s probably. Cloudy. Rab H, Screaming Emu, good day mate. That airplane could absolutely go back and hang out in the 50s. Back to the Future style, yeah, that 737 retro jet. She's just lovely old sheds as well there, look. Jetstar being, I'm guessing, what's the history on that Jetstar? Is that, have they leased it? John Travolta has 8 jet licenses, including 707, 747, Hawker 125, British Vampire, Learjet 24, 25, 36, and Gulfstream 2 JS 626. Wow, he's type rated on some. Yeah, but what a thing to be type rated on a 707, eh? Obviously, because he did have his own 707, didn't he? So she's going off to remote. I think that's probably going to end up somewhere over there, isn't it? That's my guess, but we'll see. Ashley May, 20 years old, that 737-8. Wow. I was 10 years out. Thank you, Ashley. Stuart Ross, Super Tug. Scott Cowell. Where that windsock is, I thought they would have built a... Is that another Air New Zealand Neo? Yeah, they need a... God knows how long to clean that thing up. Well, inside, like... Copy, GP. Hello. I'm guessing that they are heading out and down to a terminus, aren't they? I'm guessing, these guys here. Yeah, around the back of that terminal. Michael Singh, Eat the Spiders. Blair A, another old livery A330. Les Donaldson, there's another retro Qantas jet with the orange cheat line like the early 747s. Les Donaldson, yes, and we saw that in here yesterday, and according to Kurt, it's sort of like 3 times a day we should see her, most definitely. Anybody got any info on that jet? Its whereabouts at the moment, because I'm guessing that it will at some point be due into Sydney. A Raptor X, that Qantas 330 just that went out, bound for Perth. A330 Heaven at Sydney, Timmy Toothpicks, Ridder 747. 20 years old, that yeah, Ridders, it is a great location, and again a big shout out to Sydney Airport and all the local security teams who are fully aware that we're up here. They allow people up here, which is just great. They really do look after their local spotter community, or community even. You know, not so much, not only the plane spotters, but you know, just the local community. Want to bring the kids out on a Sunday or something, you know. Hong Kong Fui. Okay, Cheryl Kitchen. Okay, looks like. Evelyn, thank you. Charlie J. Charlie, we're yeah, we obviously British Airways did have their retro season, didn't they, with the 747s? Spent a lot of money on it. Let's be honest. It costs a lot of money to have a series of retros painted up, and of course, you know, the aviation community were really happy to see that, not just at London, but all around the world. Is this Singapore triple going out? I think it is, isn't it? I tell you what, it's nice having this cloud cover. Okay, I'm going to scroll through all the spider talk. Russ White has gifted a membership. Thank you, Russ. Jilly's just gone completely silent. Aidan Campbell, John Travolta keeps his personal Qantas 707 in the yard of his Florida home. Didn't he donate it? I'm sure, I thought that Travolta had donated his 707. It's at a museum now, isn't it? Jet Junkie spot a Scoot Pokemon livery 787-9 due in at 1:44 this afternoon. Dan, United 787 landing in 3 minutes. West Coast, thank you. Domestic terminal, yeah, all the regional and domestic stuff over there opposite us. Like I said, Virgin Australia, I think, more or less have that small little terminal there. Then Jetstar across there, and then it all turns into Qantas 717s and the odd 330, 737s, and Dash 8s as well. And then of course off on the left is your maintenance area, or just nice Gareth Saab 340 twin prop, Margie Ann Brian Pounder. Can't stop itching. Oh, Suffer 63, there we go. The John Travolta 707 is at the QF Museum. Talking of museums, oh look, they've got two, that's that United 787 landing on 16 left. What's that, GP? Oh really? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, saw the when we were getting the SIM cards yesterday. Went to a local shopping mall, which is pretty crazy. About a 15-minute drive from here, and it was quite a big mall. Yeah. What was interesting was the not parakeets, were they? They were what were they? You know, the big white ones. Big family of them all having a big squabble. Bob M. Singapore must be one of the few to keep a cheat line design all through its history. Yeah, I love it. I love it. What is it? Yeah, it will. It will. No, no. Cheers. Cockatoos, that's it, yeah. So what's this he's brought me here? Oh, Tim Tams. Somebody mentioned Tim Tams earlier on. Cheers, mate. Okay, yeah, cool. Well, they're going to melt, aren't they? Cockatiels, there we go, Emmerdale. Yeah, cockatiels. Big old family. But there was another, was it a kookaburra? Is it the kookaburra with a big bent beak? Funny looking thing, man. No? Oh, Korean coming out and all, mate. Look at this. Danny Mackart, are you talking about Shep's Mound by the air traffic control? Well, we weren't, but yes, that is somewhere that we're definitely going to head over to later on. And we'll obviously try and see what we can do about a... the thing is with Shep's Mound is this particular direction 16. I don't know if you get to see the rotate. Classy and refined Singapore, Bob M. Eagle Atlanta, Shanghai was great. Bin chicken, Steve Vincent. $19.59 livery. There we go. Thanks. Ibis, that was it. It's an Ibis, isn't it? Yes. CPR, I see a Thai tail fin. You do CPR. And you know what? I think it might be pushing back. I tell you what, this is a welcome break, this cloud, mate. Bin chicken. I like that, man. Wendy Cutler has upgraded to first class membership. Thank you, Wendy. And we've got Views from Flight is a returning member. Welcome back, Views from Flight. Okay, got a little bit of time before the Cathay Pacific jet. Kind of has got a bit of a chicken sort of like body to it, hasn't it, as well? Bin chicken. Oh, the Aussies, mate, I love them. Bleeding bin chicken. I see a Thai tail fin, and there it is. Yes, indeed. Don't know if she's pushed back, which is why her tail is sort of side on to us. If you should have seen the state of the Thai 777 yesterday. It was so faded, man. Meredith Jane, once you try Tim Tams, you'll be addicted. There we go. Oh yeah, that was funny, yeah. Sign on the side of the road, don't be a tosser. Dan, Qantas One World livery 350, can't be a 350, 330, 27 minutes out. Can you? Big Al's plane, yes. Look at that, 2 United jets in one shot. Wow, 1, 2, 3 United jets in town. 4 United jets in town. Thank you, Big Al. Wendy Cutler. There we go, Brad, the Ibis Bin Chicken song on YouTube explains it all. Right, okay, there we go. I'll look out for that. Nick Gray, yeah. Emma Wright had a little disco nap at 4 p.m. ready for tonight. Brilliant. Yeah, look at that. 10:15. Wow. Now I want to see the rotate point for this 350. Sarah has just ordered herself a BOAC bag for her next trip. Yeah. Okay, check the rotate, Right opposite Sheps Mound around about now, so yeah. Okay, let's Wayne Dyer, blimey. He knows his Tim Tams, doesn't he? Oh, Wayne. Look at that, cafe out and cafe in. HCC Cafe, beautiful cafe, 350. Mama Todd. Blue Sky. Blue Sky, not only fantastic stream, but learning about... Yeah. I read about that. They had to, didn't they cancel a flight, China Southern, JS626? The cabin announcement, it's not every day that you hear a cabin announcement. Oh, and by the way, please don't throw coins into the engines. Yeah, for good luck. Just recently, yeah. It wasn't while it was running, it was as they were boarding, so the engines were off, but somebody saw them, one of the ground team saw them throwing coins at saw some fella throwing coins, so they obviously had to go down there and they cancelled the flight. Look at this beautiful triple, man, ain't she lovely, man? Jill Baxter going long. Wow, busy down on those gates, man. So the great thing with Sheps Mound as well is aircraft that are taxiing out for 16 left come right past the position, coming up to Sheps Mound now. You can see people there, look. See somebody there, and you get lots of waves apparently. Some fella telling me yesterday they had a KC-10 that was on tour or something. What's going on with that United Dreamliner? using the runway for taxi. All those trees at Sheps Mound might block the rotate like at Manchester before. Okay, yeah. Ah, so that's a Qantas contract, is it? The Atlas Air, thank you. Don Stewart, you're 15 hours ahead of us here in Tennessee. It's now 6:17 here. Great show so far. There we go. So Tennessee, working well for Tennessee local time. Daniel Pearson, yes. I think that's definitely going to be the next spot on our nice 717 taxiing out. Of course, the 717 was the last variant of the DC-9, really, or MD-80, wasn't it? But just re-engined. Okay, Tim Rotunda, can hardly wait for the 777X if Boeing can live long enough to get it to production. Yes, very difficult times for them. Yesterday pushed them things way over the edge. Is that the employee of Boeing anonymously saying that they have concerns even about getting on a 787? You know what? It's so safe, man. It is so safe, isn't it? You know, I think there's a bit of a vendetta against Boeing at the moment for a lot of people. You know, they're just sort of like, and not only that, but you start one thing, it's a bit of a snowball effect, isn't it? With anything like this, where you know it keeps it in the news, doesn't it? People try and sort of like, you know, overstep the mark. What was it that I read about yesterday? You know, anything to do with Boeing, it always goes, look at that wing flex, mate. Isn't that amazing, Alf? Watch the wings drop. Watch them drop. Look at that, man. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, any sort of like aviation related news about Boeing or anything like that, it just, you know, they always sort of like refer back to the recent issue with the door plug, you know. Well, not so much recent anymore, is it? But they just refer back to that. Boeing have, you know, recently been in the news because of this sort of thing, you know, and it's not. I think they need to be given a bit of a break, to be honest with you. I think it's a bit unfair because. It's like I said to Jilly, you know, in the aviation world, if anything's going to go wrong with a plane, it's 50-50, and it's either going to be a Boeing or an Airbus. It's got to be one of the two, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a shame. I feel bad for them, you know, because there's obviously, you know, there's some you know, the legitimate ones amongst them, but there's obviously some sort of like scrums that are going on between the employers and the employees, you know, management and all that kind of thing, and hopefully they'll sort it out and we'll be back to normal before you know it. Next arrival 16 right, China Eastern 561 heavy from Shanghai. Yeah, listen to this. Rolls-Royce engines. Cebu Pacific. Did I just see Cebu Pacific operating their 339s here? That's a good one to see, folks. I think the last time we saw that was in Toulouse. Can anyone tell me how many 339s Cebu Pacific are operating? Joanna B, this one off to Melbourne. is this it now? 777 Boeing will prevail. I think there's endemic problems across the company as a whole. Nick Carnival videos, their space program is 1 billion over budget, yeah, and they have to pay for that over budget as well. The deal with NASA and Boeing has always been, you know, if we go into the red, then you're responsible for it, which doesn't fare well for them, does it? Hasn't delivered a usable product yet. The first launch of the Starliner, it has been pushed back. I think they've run out of money. I think honestly that Boeing are potentially going to be running out of money. China Eastern, nice. Sydney in the background there. Blue sky, there we go. Media aiming shots to sell stories, that's it. That's definitely so true. Aiming shots to sell. Yeah. Yeah, Anderson J. Where are McDonnell Douglas when we need them? Unfortunately, part of Boeing, or owned by Boeing now, Sam Wilson, haven't flown on a 717 since 2006. It was with Midwest Airlines out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Wow. Lani's Adventures. Good day to you, Lani. Oh, Jet Junkie spotted Qantas Retro Orange Livery 737-8 currently doing. Oh, not sorry, it's not a Dash 8, is it? A 737. It's not a Max. It's just a 737-8, isn't it? But anyway, doing Perth to Brisbane route. Ah, oh, okay. Thanks, Jet Junkie. Okay, so currently doing that. Maybe in later. We don't know. Oh yeah, that was it. That was the reason. That was it. That was what they related it to, wasn't it? The LATAM 787 that had a sudden movement. I find that really sort of like, I can't quite figure that one out. With the I think 50 people were injured. 13 of them went to hospital. With a sudden movement, they called it. Obviously a sudden descent, almost like you know, it dropped out, like the kind of movement that you get with clear air turbulence. But why they had to describe it in that way, I'm not sure. Sudden movement. It's either one of two things, isn't it? It is either clear air turbulence, it's a turbulence-related issue or a weather-related issue where the aircraft has just suddenly lost lift and down it goes. You know, literally like an elevator. It needs to do that in order for people to float up out of their seats or off the floor or wherever they might be. And it always that's the reason why it's important to keep your seatbelt on, folks, all the way through your flight. I do that now, I can assure you. Well, I've always done it anyway, but make a conscious effort. If you're going to sleep on a plane, make sure you put your seatbelt on. But interesting, all the same, that they've classed it as a sudden, or described it as a sudden movement. So it's either clear air turbulence or a turbulent related issue, or it's pilot incapacitation, where you've got a hard up elevator, where the aircraft has just suddenly nosedived. That would be enough, I think, for people to sort of like float up, and it has to be a very violent. That must have been very violent for that to happen. But I don't think it's I don't think it's a technical issue with the aircraft. Just going to grab this little Neo down there. That's nice, isn't it? Jill Baxter, Qantas Link 717, nice looking jet. What's that, GP? Oh, okay, Hodgie, thank you. 8, they have 8 of the Cebu Pacific have 8 of the 339s. Wow, 8, that's high number. San Sharma, thank you. Tim Rotunda. No, not rudder lock up, would it be? Because rudder lock, where you get the hard over rudder, which happened with the 737 many moons ago, didn't it? Long before the Maxes were around, and that was related to the screw, wasn't it? The rudder screw, I think, or the mechanism. Charlie J, Cathay Pacific, John Davies. Yes. Tony McCall, very true. I think you're right. I think that indeed the FAA regulatory body has sort of like had enough of all this stuff that could potentially come back on them. Captain Calculus. Boeing has been poorly managed for quite a while now, and ever since they moved the management to Chicago. Quality control treated as a luxury rather than first priority. You don't need that, do you? Screaming, 737 MAX has unresolved issues with the anti-ice engine, anti-ice rudder pedals freezing and uncommanded aileron hardovers. It's not a good airplane. Oh dear. Uncommanded aileron hardovers. It's still got that problem? Really? Wow. Aileron hardovers. VJ Verdi, thank you. Cebu Pacific are also operate 339s, 8 339s. Suffer 63, yes, thank you. They need engineers, JS 626, running things, not accountants, absolutely. Thank you, Lloyd Bell. 8 339s. Alan Tonkinson. Great trip. It's a long trip. I think the hardest part of doing the UK to Oz trip, especially all the way down here in Sydney, when you get here, if you get here in the morning, it's staying awake until the evening. Good luck with that. Me and Jilly had some very interesting sort of like, nonsensical conversations. Which is, what? Oh, I don't know. Farhan, yes. Where did I put that? I don't know. Oh, Trace by Cebu 6. 339, you say. Joanna B, where is Wagga Wagga? It's a place, isn't it? Wagga Wagga. Crikey. Raptor X. Wow, I'm once again massively behind. We've got 24 minutes remaining of Freeview, folks. Then we're jumping on to our first class and super class members. Of course, as you can... Lloyd Bell, noticed the McDonald's sign. Yes, lots of McDonald's here in Oz. I've got to say, there's got to be 20 within a mile circumference around here, I think. LCY Hodgie saying Philippines 330-3 due in 25 minutes. We'll get that, shall we? We'll get that, and then So I think quite a few of these international jets are going to be Beverly George loves the Air New Zealand livery. Denver. Yeah, insane about that 320 where the two pilots. All very rare aircraft due in 30 minutes. We're going to hang for that one with our free viewers, I think. Wow, put that one down, mate. Very rare jet stream, did you say, Chili? What's did I mean, I know that we've got Captain Manny, I believe, is here. We've got Screaming Emu. Can you sort of like, do you have any thoughts, or anybody really who has any thoughts on that sudden movement, as they called it? It's a very funny way to describe that, isn't it? Mike7896 has gifted a membership. Thanks, mate. On that LATAM jet, sudden movement. Obviously, a descent, a sudden, very sudden descent on that. I think it was a 787. But you know, I've put it down to two things. It's either a malfunctioning elevator, where the elevators have gone hard up, and hard down, and caused the aircraft to drop. Or descend rapidly. You know, I mean, can you do that at that speed? Are you able to? And not only that, but it would have been during autopilot. So is it possible to do that? You know, unless there's a glitch on the flight management system. That's that One World 330, and it's a 200 and all, isn't it? Captain Manny, yeah. It's either that or pilot, you know, has. Rachel Van Zeller. Oh really? Rachel's saying, where's that? Where's that, Rachel? That tow bar?
Yeah, it's just an aircraft logo. There was the wheels underneath it. You can see it's left it open on the intersection there.
What, those two by the Okay, is that the what, sorry?
The air ops looking for. It's just in front. He's left a big skid mark on the tar there. He cranked the back, the bottom of it on the tar.
I can't see it. Oh, okay. Emirates 380. Steve Vincent, New Zealand Transport Board have seized the black box. Brad. Qantas 717 departing to Hobart, Raptor X. Thank you. Rick Rashid, Screaming Emu. If you lose all of your indications, which is so rare, like it never happens, and your IMC, and don't have a reference to the horizon, yeah, you could get into an upset. Yeah, it depends on whether it happened at night. I don't know whether it happened in darkness, where you can't see your visual reference. There's that 717 heading to Hobart. Captain Manny, very important on a fly-by-wire, all computer system aircraft. Russ CT, LATAM didn't use the aircraft the next day. Denver. That's funny, actually. Clean Car Clinic has gifted a membership. Thank you, Clean Car Clinic. That beautiful, that Vietnam jet. That's interesting. Somebody's saying there was a Boeing airworthiness directive in 2016 that said if an aircraft was left powered on for more than 22 days, there was a risk of flight computers would reboot mid-flight. That's not good, is it? Control-Alt-Delete. Brit abroad, yeah. Avro Arrow, LATAM termed it as a technical event during the flight which caused a strong movement. Well, it's got to be an elevator related thing, isn't it? Little New Zealand jet, a Kiwi jet going out from intercept. That's the Jetstream 32 from Newcastle. 20 minutes out, Ken McKenzie, thanks. One Arm Bandit, yes, that's the plan, is to do a curfew show later on today, most definitely. Is that going to a remote stand, I wonder? Scott Hetherington, yes, indeed, it would have been on autopilot, and to, you know, doesn't need a lot though, does it? Copy. John M loving the Vietnam colours. Screaming Emu, so they must have lost all their information, had no reference outside. That's frightening in a modern jet, isn't it? For that to happen. Oh, this is the one. Oh, is this the one? Yeah, this is the one that I saw at. Was it here, Jilly? No, it wasn't. Yeah, where I thought it was a. Yeah, that one that I thought was an. Had a white body and the. I'm still not 100% compass mentis, you know. With me communications. MC, would it be so violent as most have said it was like hitting a wall? Yeah, just crazy that can happen in a modern jet. Rob Walker, Emirates 380, headed to Christchurch, New Zealand. Didn't Graham say yesterday that they do that? They just do, what is that? Is that fires over there, mate? It's not very good, is it? Lady Hull, pretty Vietnam livery. One of the best colours, Brian Stewart. Viscount Mitch, I think I flew on an XBOAC 720 in the colours of Monarch Airways in 1976. Wow. That's a great... Denise Canning. Just going to try and scroll down and find it, Jilly. Tim Rotunda, IMC conditions are pretty much the same, light or dark. Yeah, I think that's the Scottish Outcross. You won't get some of these aircraft at Heathrow. No, you won't. Nighttime could be equivalent to IMC2. I don't know. It's like not enough info for me to even speculate, and we know I love to speculate. Screaming Emu saying, thanks Ronald with Wings, gifting a membership. Thank you so much. And Leslie McIntosh is also gifted Jan Stanley, thank you Jan, all the very best to you. PP, San Sharma, Kurt Erickson, Chris Mason, loving the Vietnam, lots of people loving that Vietnam jet. Claire Bear, strong movement is a really weird way of describing it, isn't it? Sam Wilson, thank you Sam. Next arrival 16, right Air Canada 330, 33 heavy from Vancouver, British Columbia, thank you Sam. 2 investigations from Chilean and New Zealand investigative boards looking at the data now. Russ CT saying loss of all data is basically catastrophic. There are backups on backups for that stuff. Yeah. Oh, it was a daytime flight. Right, there we go. Thank you, Christopher. BBC had an interview with a LATAM passenger, said was power failure as per pilot post landing. LATAM 787-9 is still grounded at Auckland as ZK Aviation. Flight radar 24 playback shows a top of descent. It did a 4,000 foot per minute descent. That's pretty crazy, man. Captain Manny, they said that about the DC-10 Leon Fisher. Rab H, a lot to be said for old school steam gauges. Brilliant. Ian Newt. Is that? Oh, that's funny, man. Mark Luscombe. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, Mark. I did have a theory about that. Away with Annie, loving the Air New Zealand livery, Bootle lad. But they won't find a reason why it happens. George Ward. Well, whatever it is, no, they need to investigate it to the point where they can eliminate certain things and make sure it doesn't happen again. Screaming Emu, 2 autopilots are actually required for ETOPS operations. I lost that message, that chat message. Wow. Curfew's not till 10 AM London time. That's nuts, isn't it? Well, that's cool. That's cool, though. That kind of works. So we're going to go right the way through the night. So one generator failed and a backup generator was used and it came back online. So what you're saying that the complete all the systems went down, and it literally dropped out of the sky for however long. Wow. That's insane. Jez White, what's a curfew show? Jez, will be running it through till the airport closes around about 11 o'clock at night, I think it is. John M, I was on a 757 that needed to be rebooted. That was before takeoff. I remember 2 or 3 passengers left the plane. Wow. Rob Walker, AirAsia X A330, 319 minutes out. Leslie McIntosh, thank you, gifting a membership. Thank you, Leslie. There's another one in the old livery, look. Got a brand new member, B-Rad. Always watching is a brand new member. Welcome, B-Rad. Or Brad, I'm guessing. Brad saying a pilot reported, oh, lost it. Sorry, I'm going to put that one back up, Brad. Gareth, Lydia, thank you. Take care. Another old 200 Qantas 330. Leon Fisher, we're not at the hotel, we're behind the hotel. We're not very far from it, that's for sure. Up on the parking roof, B-Rad upgraded to first class membership. Nice one, Brad. Nick Carter, good evening. Joanna B, Bushfires. Jack Harrison, Ian Newton, Wuntbinks. Giving a shout out to Leslie for the gift, thank you. Michael Lushak. Lynx Saab 340 aviation from Canberra to Sydney, landing in 4 minutes. I was on that same aircraft, wow. Wuntbinks. Clipper 707, my mother's first flight on a 707 with my dad as first officer. The plane was struck by lightning and engines 3 and 4 required a restart. Wow. The plane was also caught in a wind shear. Flipping heck, that wasn't a good day, was it? Thanks, Ronald. He's gifted a membership. That's very kind of you, my friend. Bad maintenance practices with downed DC-10s. That was I think a design flaw with the locking mechanisms on the DC-10, wasn't it? On the rear cargo door. Jono Godley, G'day from the UK. Amazing that we're able to watch this live from the other side of the world. It is nuts, isn't it? It is crazy, man. Leslie McIntosh, thank you. One Arm Bandit Adventures, Tim Rotunda. Dutch Taurus removed before flight tags, showing on that 707. 787. Oh, where was that? Oh, I've missed that. Aviation 777, you've got a China. Oh, blimey, chat's going real fast once again. Just cause, good day to you, Michael Singh. Yeah, it's a short, but Emirates does quite a few short 380 flights, just like Dubai to Jeddah. Asiana also does a short Seoul to Narita flight. The sound of those CF6s, man. Don't they sound great? There's one of the Qantas freight jets, which is pretty cool. Are they ex-Qantas Pax jets that have been converted into freighters? Leslie Fraser has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Leslie. Oh, okay. That is a planned burn that we're seeing to the southeast, isn't it? I think. Joanna B, yeah, United has had some bad luck recently. PP. obviously the investigation is ongoing, but I would imagine that investigators would, or Boeing for that matter, would want to flipping it. What's going on, mate? What does it keep cutting out, mate? Because what? Oh, okay, I've got you. Yeah. Chris Fleet, you can IMC night all day. Oh, just Ian Newt just done my 6 months membership. Thanking Ian. Good to see you. Oh, that is the old 767, isn't it? Did I say 3? Because the other ones were. There is another one around the airfield. In fact, there it is. There, the Qantas freight. Now that's their old 767. Is that an X-Pax jet? Let's have a little look. Or is it a pure freighter? I don't know. Is that an X-Pax? It's not X-Pax, right? Okay. Transport in Kent, beautiful 380. So that's a pure freighter with Qantas freight. That's great to see them still operating that aircraft. I can't imagine they're going to be getting rid of that anytime soon. Do look to be coming in quick, don't they, those 737s, man? BBLLB confirming with us some time ago that it is a slightly faster approach speed on the 737. Girl tuning in, yes, they do use upper and lower passenger jetways for the 380. Fokker 7100 Alliance Airline spotted at Brisbane, Cardiff, Sunset, Shepherd. Aussie Dave, will there be an opportunity to meet you both while you're there? Aussie Dave, well, yeah. The only thing is, Aussie Dave, that it is coming out again, that retro 737. I knew it would. So far behind on the comments. One-armed bandit, a small cargo and emergencies allowed after curfew. Kind of the same with, kind of the same with Heathrow, isn't it? They have sometimes some cargo movements after the curfew, and also, obviously, any airport would be open for emergencies. That's the one thing they say, a curfew, but there'll always be a skeleton staff on, won't there, on the in the tower. They don't like sort of like turn the lights off and shut all the computers down in the tower, do they? Smoky old set of CF6s. Lloyd Bell, there's one QF A380 with the old style lettering still. Wow, how about that? How crazy is that, man? That's a beautiful jet, man. That's lovely, that is, man. Daniel Pearson, yes, indeed, first time in Australia. Can't tell you how many hundreds of times I've turned an airplane off and back on again, the screaming emu. Really? Wow. It's, what the equivalent of sort of like starting your PC and it doesn't fully boot up, so you turn it off and then restart it. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, as a whole, aviation is just so safe, isn't it? Martin Organ has upgraded his membership to first class. Nice one, Martin. Going to be hanging with us. Peter Wood, can't wait to find out. Yeah. Oh yes, yes, yes. That's probably a good one actually, Julie, isn't it? Aviation Louis 777 has gifted a membership. Thank you, Louis. Jason Holshausen is a new member. I think I got that right there, Jason. Thank you. Another old literary jet. I wonder what the plan is in terms of phasing out these 330s. I'm guessing that over time Qantas are looking to replace them with more up-to-date jets. Really, I don't know what they're. I know that there's A220s on stream, isn't there? They're going to be replacing the 717s and also the Dash 8s as well, I believe. What's that? Oh, where is it now? Is it on approach now? Or? Thumbnail, GP, thumbnail. I mean, look, you know, that could be a 707 right there, couldn't it? Petros has gifted 5 memberships. Have we just missed that that jet coming in on 16 left, GP? Have we missed it? Have I? Oh. AirAsia X330, 5 minutes out. Richard Hudson telling me thank you. Charlie J, Dutch Taurus, Joanna B, Michael Singh, Soul 767 freighter, their only one, yeah, Don Stroud, Zoe B, Vunt Binks. Yes, and oh, it is an expat 767. Somebody's saying GP. So a little bit of Beverly George, removing Screaming Emu, removing all the power from the engine, from the airplane, letting it sit for 5 minutes is a great way to rid it of. Yeah, you obviously can't do that in the air, can you? But yeah, he's right. So shutting down the systems, because obviously, yeah, these aircraft, when they, most of them, when especially when they are, it depends on the is this the AirAsia X in it? I think. Nice. This is nice. Yeah, I think so, yeah. We're going to go straight over back to members. So we're going to... Daniel Ato is a returning member. Welcome back, Daniel. Thai 777 to Bangkok just popped up on flight radar. Yeah, I can definitely say that's the case, because there she is. Joanna B, will you still be live when I wake up tomorrow morning? I don't know, Joanna. I think this might be the one that was operating yesterday, Gilly, the faded one. She's seen better days, this 777. It's a shame these old Rolls-Royce engines are 50% quieter than the old JTs, aren't they? Blue Sky. Tune in again tomorrow at 10 AM UK time. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? We'll still be live. So go to sleep, UK, and then wake up in the morning and we'll still be here. That's crazy. Obviously, you're going to have a break, folks. Not yet, but you know, at some point, going to need to have a bit of a break, because it's hardcore, man. This is proper hardcore. Captain Kirk Island, will you say a shout out to Stephen Coe who is tuned in from Offaly in Ireland. I hope I got that pronounced that right, Captain Kirk. Shout out to Stephen. Paresh, love the sound. Excellent. I did actually copy Qantas in on the tweet when I said don't worry too much about the A220s, we'll catch them at some time in the future. But is that Thai triple starting his engine, starting his number 2 on the way out? No surprise if he is, but I don't think he is, no. I just heard a start-up, maybe from a distant part of the airfield somewhere. Paresh, never flown Qantas, but I hear the service is really good. Yeah. Raptor-X. Retro. Where is a retro jet? How faded the colouring is on that Thai jet. Fully satined up, look. Gilly is literally down under in the hotel JS60s. It's funny, Gilly, because I keep hearing on my headset, I keep hearing like doot, doot, doot. I'm like, and I nearly said to you, have you got someone backing up in the road, Gilly? Because she's always normally at home. You had to be there, but anyway, there we go. Nigel Bradley, welcome to First Class. Nigel, great to see you here, following that taxi line to the dime. Look at that. Sort of looking a little bit unsure. Okay, yeah, because you wouldn't be hearing it, would you? Henry S, never seen a bad landing on an A330. Great aeroplane, fair enough. Cameron A, hope the plan is not to phase them out. They are the best for Perth to the eastern coast. Groovy jet, Joanna B. Well, I'm afraid that those 717s are slated for swap out with the A220s, and you can understand and appreciate it from the operator's point of view that it's the A220 is probably 50% cheaper to operate than the 717s, both from a fuel advantage point of view, but also most definitely from a maintenance point of view. Just costs more and more to maintain, doesn't it? It's like having a modern car versus an old classic, where you have to sort of like hunt down spares that are not so readily available. Obviously they will have quite a decent spares inventory with the 717, but it is just one of those things, isn't it, that over time. Chris Clark, good night, Big Jet TV community. Sleep well, my friend. All of you. Hodgie, Qantas's first 350s started the build at Toulouse. That'll be a good one to see, because obviously, like we've seen before, the tail, the vertical stabilizer, is something that we always see and are able, well, normally to identify it. Maybe that some operators are pretty fussy about that, aren't they? And they don't like to have their aircraft identified. Kelvin Grant, look out for the 737 with extra winglet conversions. Yeah, you see, I was a little bit sort of I'd need to know which ones we're talking about, because they just look like normal 737s, weren't they? But that was it, wasn't it? It wasn't just the It was the scimitar winglet conversion, wasn't it? Seen a couple of those down at Toulouse recently. Well, not recently, but in the past. Thank you, Consultancy Nitwit. Yeah, aware of that, of the A220s. First one's been delivered. One with the beautiful green livery, isn't it? The Eco livery or whatever it might be. Wade Perry tuning in from Perth. You will catch the jet stream on taxi, Jerry. Where is it, GP? Where is it? Let me know where it is. Can you see it? Can you see it visually though? Oh, I'm so far behind on the comments I might have missed it. Oh, sorry I missed that jet stream, folks. Well, it might come out again. Possibly. Oh, is it? Okay. What's so rare about it then? All Nippon. Dean Stalker. I believe the Pokemon livery jet is... Okay, so the jet stream's going out on this runway. Paulina Irene. Can hear that that 330 engine switch off. Stand by. Luke Griffin, welcome to first class. Luke, going to be sticking with us. Jez, to be honest with you, mate, as you're aware, as a paid up member, and we appreciate your, we really appreciate your membership. But just be aware, as you, I'm surprised you're not aware, but I thought you were, that we always do a free view stream, which is always backed up by our members. To be honest with you, we always do a 1 hour free view, just so that we can let people know where we're at. But it is also something good for our thumbnails, so that people are aware that we've been to Australia. We want to come all the way down here and not first of all give the locals some love, because you know, they deserve it, but also the members are in full, you know, 99% of them are in full support of us doing a free view show to the locals, and lots of locals, I have to say, from Australia saying thanks for doing this, and we appreciate it. Well, don't thank me, folks. Make sure you thank our amazing members here on Big Jet TV, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who unanimously make the decision. Right, okay. How long we got, GP? We're gonna. Okay. We're gonna go to. We're gonna jump to members in a minute, folks. What's that making all that noise? Sounds like a helicopter, but it sounds like a don't know what that is. Okay. I'm still good, thank you. No, it's not a Dash 8, it's definitely not a Dash 8. I reckon they're running something up. Okay, folks. Screaming Emu's gifted 5 memberships. Thanks, mate. Very kind of you. Aussie Dave. Thank you, members of Big Jet TV. There we go, look. Isn't it great, mate? We've got such a great community. It is a lovely thing to see. There we go, Chris. He brings in more members too. Yeah, it does. We just sort of like it shares the love, doesn't it? Aviation love. Right, folks. This is it's gonna be Hap Gilmore is a brand new member. Welcome, Hap. It's going to be difficult, isn't it, to to know where to sort of like switch over, Jilly, because you know. Let's just say, are you ready to do it? John Freeman, it's how I stepped forward and got started. There we go. Oh, there you go, folks. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, and hope you enjoyed it. We will. I don't know what we're doing in terms of you know, again, if we're going to be running another Freeview, I just don't know. But we will hopefully before we go put another one out there just to say goodbye to all our good friends in Australia. But that's a long way off, folks. That's a good few days away right now. Lots of more stuff coming up for our members. But a big thank you to everybody who's tuned in, wherever you are in the world. We really appreciate it, because we know we have a lot of people in the US. Of course, Australia. Oh, let's get this for them. Let's get this for them. Look at that. When's the last time we saw a Malaysian 330? Normally the 350 at Heathrow. Pratt & Whitney, isn't it? Tiger 74 has gifted 5 memberships. Right, folks, thank you. Look after yourselves. Gareth saying R44 helicopter. You can do helicopter tours around Sydney Harbour. Helicopters are based down near Sheps Mound. Yes, seen that. But I think this AirAsia jet's going to. I think he's going over there. Yes, he is. Thank you, Tiger 74. Thank you, everybody. We are going to jump across to our amazing members, old and new, and we're going to grab a bit of that, and we'll see you later, Freeview. Thank you so much, aviation fans around the world. Don't forget, of course, SYD Squad. I'm not sure when they're going to be on next, but SYD Squad, based here in Sydney, do a couple of shows a week, I believe, and probably going to be meeting up with one or two of the team later on during the week. I know that Tim is off for the rest of the week, I believe. Oh, he's here, is he? I've lost my feed, GP. I've lost not my feed, but I've lost my my comments. I've lost my comments. Is there any reason for that, do you think? Is that just my system, or? Okay. XYTHIRIA Zria. Welcome to First Class. If you're a new member, get involved, folks. Be great to get your comments and get you involved in the chat. We have people from all around the world, and thank you once again to all of our great people. Jilly, you can cross over when you like. Let's go to members. Thanks, folks. Look after yourselves.